So how much of that gets onto YouTube versus stays on Patreon?
It depends. I have a couple like Patreon exclusives. I kind of base the stuff on the views that I see from other people. Or I might start like I might post one episode or two episodes and see what the response is like and see if it's worth my time to, a 45-minute episode of a show probably takes me. I've gotten it down to more of a quick little science to me, hour, probably 2 hours to edit one of those shows. But I'm like a perfect like I probably could take less time. You know what I mean? But it kind of depends. If a show like I was doing Stranger Things, I was not hitting the mark that a lot of people were getting for their numbers on Stranger Things. I don't know, the algorithm just didn't like me when it came to that. So I made that like a Patreon exclusive. There's a couple episodes for people to see on YouTube, but if you want to see more and the full thing, you got to head on over to the Patreon. So there's a couple that are like that, but for the most part, there's like 10 shows or something that I kind of cycle through and I try to do, once a week or something. And there's some pretty big view getters like Supernatural's big. Lucifer, that show is huge right now on the channel. And Glee is a pretty safe bet if I want the numbers to be there. So
What's something that you
depends.
really enjoy doing that doesn't get a ton of numbers?
Stranger Things would be one of them. I do feel like that show has some like quite a bit of slow parts to it though that are a little bit of a struggle to get through sometimes. But also The Boys, the numbers haven't been that great for that show either. But I don't know if you've watched it. That show is like crazy. Like there are moments in that show where I'm like, whoa, like I could not believe that happened, and they showed that, and they were able to.
I haven't even heard of that show, so
Oh my gosh, it's on Amazon. You should watch the first episode. See if it gets you like it got me, and you might like it. And that's a good one because there's only 3 or 4 seasons at this point, and they're only 8 episode seasons, so it's quick to kind of.
what is it about?
It's superheroes basically, but they're not the traditional superhero. I'll just say that.
Actually, I think I've seen the previews for it